Great live view of the overhead start here. See exactly where that hole shot came from.
Moving camera.
Roberts was right on the bubble and finished 16th in that first division. We'll see how the second division of 65cc 7-9 limited shapes up.
So if you're in the top 16, you're in. If not, you got to go to the LCQ at 17 on up. This is 65cc 7-9 limited division number 2.
So far, looks like we got a good little battle for first and second. Third, not too far behind, side by side as they go up to number 9. So we got a lead change. Rider on the outside. Just carried all that momentum around, put himself into first. We'll get you a good running order here once they come through timing and scoring. Here we got a good look of the upper section here before they drop back down into the valley, into the front rhythm section here. Double, single table, triple, double. And leading it around is the 556. Dylan Chipman, followed by the 127X of Lane Stowers in second. Third place is 86 of Brayton Burley. Fourth place is 74 of Luke Witt. And fifth place, 15X Logan Warhow. So Chipman easing out, grabbing that lead up number 9 and starting to put some distance between himself and Stowers. Stowers and Burley in a battle there for second and third. And a four-way battle there between Witt, Warhauer, Edson, and Bull for 4th through 8th. A couple little battles here shaping up. See how this affects Dylan Chipman out front, if it allows him to pull further away, or if these battles they pick up the pace and bring themselves to that rear wheel of Chipman. Yet to see. A few more laps left to go in this second divisional race. Micro E 4 to 6 should be getting loaded in the gates. That will be our final race of the race order. Then we'll move into LCQs. Now remember, we'll be told where and when that final moto today will be. So once we get back up to the first race, top of the race order, after the LCQs, we're moving back into race 1, second motos, 250C.
Gerald, JP is barrel chested. The way that AZ Open arch, the logo arch comes on, he looks like he's been bench pressing.
That's it really stretches that fabric.
Great podium interviews there, Kevin Kelly. Dylan Chipman, Brayton Burley, 1 and 2. Lane Stowers, 3rd. It's Ashton Edson in 4th. Luke Witt in 5th. Sierra Bull, she's out there in 6th position. Logan Vorhauer in 7th. Tristan Kilroy in 8th, Gage Villapoto in 9th, Mason Sperry in 10th. Your top 10 there with Weisenberger, Heighton, Villapoto, Martin, Painter, and Becker. Just outside of your top 10, back to 16th, with Johnson, Berkey, Moore, and Stroh rounding out your top 20 here on lap number 3 of the 65cc 7-9 limited division number dos.
Deuce. races.
That's why those microphones keep breaking on Kevin Kelly. Mine didn't break, yours broke. That was mine. This is the one that works, right here.
Kevin Kelly's never had a drop the mic moment.
Yeah, I know. There's nothing worse being an announcer and dropping the mic in the freshly groomed dirt. All that mud and dirt packs in all the waffles. I know the trick. Pull that top off, pull the little foam out, and then run it under hot pressure water. Blows it out. You got to just dry it properly. We have our issues up here too. Some guys, you know, hit false neutral. We're announcers. We hit false neutral as well.
Yeah, we don't have tear offs. If we make a mistake,
it's horrible. It's being an announcer making mistakes.
I'm glad I don't make it.
We are glad too. We are glad you set the bar, Chris Vansers. We learn from you every single December. We go back home, put your techniques to use, and improve our craft. White flag is going to wave here for Dylan Chipman, the 5.56.
Remember about tricycle racing tonight, brought to you by Motorsport. We want to try and get everyone signed up and registered at registration here as quickly as we can. There may be limited or may not be able to accept any other teams if they want to sign up at the event. So let's get your team name and your team members' names to registration. You need 3 people. 12 and under and 13 and over. So let's get everyone signed up at registration. If you want to play, you need to know all 3 names and come up with a team name. So we got to start putting together some brackets for these 2 divisions. So when we get over there at 6 o'clock, we can start pushing trikes.
Chipman takes the win. 65cc 79 limited division number 2, followed by the 86 of Brayton Burley and Lane Stowers moving up 1 position on the 127X. And also moving up 1, Sierra Bull on the number 3 machine, followed by Logan Vorhauer on the 15X. That's your top 5.
Good race by Chipman, opening up about a 7.5 second gap for the win over the 86 of Brayton Burley, and then 127X Lane Stowers rounding out that podium. Shan Garcia getting into the mindset, getting into what makes these kids tick, what makes them successful out on that motocross track. So Shan Garcia able to get into the mind of children.
Moving camera.
The final race of first motos on the gate now. Race 38, Micro E, 4-6 limited. Then we're moving into LCQs. So In staging, 250C LCQ. On deck, micro 5 to 7 limited LCQ. In the hole, 250C limited, 12 to 17 limited LCQ. First call for 65cc 7 to 9 limited LCQ. So again, the LCQs will be 3 laps. You'll see a green flag, you'll see a white flag, and you'll see a checkered flag. And it's going to be the top 8 out of the LCQs that move on to the second motos.
Performance Alley is open down Vendor Row. Make sure to go check out all the fine folks, Rody's Barbecue, if you're hungry. Of course, we have the event trailer selling the event t-shirts right next to Shock Socks. Check out Shock Socks. If you're not familiar with Shock Socks, we can educate you on that to reduce seal leakage. Those Law Tigers, and of course, the Hog Palace. Stacy's new rig, all the way from Texas, and she does the on-site printing, jerseys, t-shirts, hats, hoodies, not hats, but hoodies, anything you can print on. And we actually do have a company that does make custom-made hats. Of course, Money Inc., Brap Fuel, also, make sure and get a team of 3 and sign up for the tricycle race, which takes place at 6 p.m. on the little bicycle pump track.
Wow, there's a lot of crisscrossing coming off that start line for this Mini E.
Moving camera. This is our first place here, yeah, Neon. I got a Neon camera.
Quite a few riders here in this Mini E 4 to 6 limited. They are on the modified track, so they're going to come around pretty quick.
It's weird about the sounds. I was wondering if something was going on inside here.
So directly after this race 38, we're going to jump into the LCQs, and our first LCQ should be 250C. And if you didn't finish in the top 16, you need to be down the line.
That's cool.
Timing scoring showing the 619 of Weston Helpenstell in the first, followed by the 528 Wellen Fentner in second. Third place at 32 of Bodie Burke. Fourth place at 825 of Jet Ferry. And 5th place, number 78, Jet Stolz.
There are 3 Jets in this class right here. We got a Jet in 14th, Jet James Marquez. No, there's 4. Then we got Jet Harrison in 21st. Then we have a pair of Jets running 4th and 5th.
And, you know, we got 2 Jets with 2 Ts and 2 Jets with 1 T.
There's a Jet route running out here as well.
Don't see a lot of Chris's with K's on the rider list. I must have
not
done
very-
something wrong.
It's not very popular.
Yeah.
Girls. Yeah, just really feminine boys. Or girls. Extremely hypo-feminine. We're watching Weston Helpenstell. We've seen Helpenstell, or at least that name. Fettner in 2nd, Burke, Faree, and Torres round out your top 5. That is a minefield of names right there. Yeah, we've seen Torres a bunch. He's going to sleep good tonight.
Oh. Adjusting camera.
All right, if you were in LCQ, if you didn't finish in the top 16, you need to be down to the starting line in micro 51cc, then 250C. And then 250C, 12 to 17 limited, and then we'll have the 65cc.
So we're slowly working our way through our LCQs and then into our 2nd set of motos. That's where things kind of start to materialize after we get a few rounds into our 2nd motos, see who the players are. No more surprises.
Brian Wilkins, the man of the hour. We certainly appreciate it, Brian. Hardworking dude out at ACP. One of Bobby White's right-hand mans out here, Brian Wilkins. Heppenstall in 1st, Fettner 2nd, Bodie Burke, the 32 in 3rd, Jet Ferry in 4th, Bryson Torres in 5th, Jet Stolz in 6th, Maddox McCollin in 7th, Case Urbanowski in 8th, Alex Schultz in 9th, and 10th. It's going to be Riggins, Bluth, Cole Henry, Walden, Raymond, Heppenstall, and Marquez round out your top 15 here.
Dude, we got a battle right here for the #1 spot. You talk about line choice. Line choice with these little bikes is so critical because these kids do not want to hit those big ruts and tip over. And I've seen more of that happening, obviously, at this young of an age. But, man, those 2 kids up front are crafty.
Just about a 2-second difference between those 2 riders here, Kevin.
Yeah.
Kelly.
Our leader came straight up the hill here. Everybody else kind of
think
going
he
hard
won
that way.
before.
And you can make some passes. He passed 2 kids, so he passed all those dudes right there.
Three
The
right
number
there.
824
824.
just jumps up there. Bryson Torres. That was a fancy little move there, huh? If you are willing to brave the ruts, man.
It's almost like a Joker lane there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there is a hot line. Watch this rider right here. The second he hot line right through.
Wow.
Going to make that pass.
You just
What was
saw
the
that.
number?
That's incredible that you just picked up on that, Shan.
Yeah.
That's literally what we were just talking about.
I know that. I'm
Picked
pointing
up
it
on
out.
it as soon as it came out of our mouths.
I am pointing it out on Insider Effects for everybody that's not here to watch.
You just said it. There's another rider here on the inside. Straightens that whole straightaway up there.
Calm check.
But again, you have to deal with the ruts. If you don't, if the risk doesn't match the reward, then you do what's good for you. Our leader should be coming through here in just a moment. I'm going to cruise on down there. And hopefully the old laptop works.
Who is #1? What number? 619.
Checkered flag out for Weston Helpenstall, the 824, followed by the 825. Well, actually, it's the 824. Bryson Torres in 2nd, 825 Jet Ferry in 3rd, wrapping up that podium. That wraps up the first motos here at AZ Open MX Championship. We are going into the LCQ. So in the gate, right now is going to be 250C LCQ. In staging, Micro 5.7 Limited LCQ. On deck, 250C 12 to 17 Limited LCQ. In the hole, 65cc 7 to 9 Limited LCQ. And then first call for Open Pro LCQ. Again, we're taking the top 8 riders out of the LCQ. It's a 3-lap sprint. You'll see a green flag, you'll see a white flag, then you'll see the checkered flag. As long as you're in the top 8, you're moving on to the second motos. So we got to get these Micro E's finished off the track, then we can go ahead and get into these LCQs. They're going to go by quick, folks, so pay attention. If you're in the race, you've got to get out front, get in that top 8, then make your way onto the second motos.